my channel. I'm Athena. This is my channel, Stitching Goddess Designs. This is a channel about cross stitch and Harry Potter. There's a little bit of Harry Potter right there. It's still a mess though. And I don't think this is my new permanent home. This is where I'm at right now. So, right at the top, anybody who follows me on social media, you know it's been a crazy couple of weeks. But I'm going to take a page out of Janet Jabber's book and I'm going to put life stuff at the end. So if you are interested in all that, all of the roller coaster of my life, you will hear about that stuff at the end. But I am going to say thank you to everybody who has reached out to me. All the well wishes, the messages, the kind words, everything has just been like little bright stars as they fall into my message box and all of the things. And I may have not had the time to specifically reply to every single comment or anything, but I saw them all and I appreciate very much. So with all that stuff at the end, let's talk about stitching, because I actually have been stitching. I actually like sat down and looked at my planner, which you guys, like, look, I'm actually like filling in all of the things, doing all of the things using the planner, and I was like making notes on what I need to talk about, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've touched a lot of things. So I do have a lot to show you. It's not going to be in any particular order because I'm going to have to just grab it as it's piled right here in front of me. We're working with what we can. So the very first one on top was stitched on the 22nd because it was Lynn's birthday. So Lynn from Lynn X Stitches Creates had her birthday sal, was Lynn's dragon birthday sal. She was going to be she did start her elemental, I think she started fire dragons from ink circles. And so she said, you know, work on a dragon, work on something ink circles, or even work on something Snoopy because she loves Snoopy. So I pulled out my Half the Fun from ink circles and I got a little bit of progress. We were able to get on a chat and stitch and chat for a little bit with her for her birthday. It was a lot of fun. And I will apologize. I am shaky. So, it's not the camera. If you're seeing shaking, it's not the camera. It's me. But here's where we are. I stitched this boat and this little helicopter and a little bicycle down there. And that's what I got put in. Like, you know, it's ink circles. You could turn it whichever way you want. But for me, I know this is up because I did this whole top first. So that's where I'm at. I am using floss from Dying for Cross Stitch, and it's all one floss, variegated colors, pale green into like a bluey purpley kind of a color, and I love it. And that's just on an 18 count off-white Ada that I had in my stash. Okay, start a new pile over there. That's gonna be perfect. Got a nice empty spot on the floor for it. Okay, what's next? Oh, this is a finish. Not a whip finish, but it is a month finish. So, if you followed my plans in the beginning, my Flosstube that I did for 2023, the beginning of the year, words. That's going to be fun this episode too. I talked about how I want to stitch one of these every single month so that by the end of the year, I have the entire series done. There's not a real name to these charts. There's literally just titled January, February. And there's obviously a chart for, you know, every 2 months. So I need to slow down. Deep breaths. Okay. I I did January and I got it finished, y'all. I'm excited to show you on here because I don't think on the camera this fabric shows up at all. And, oh good, it's showing up here. Let me, hold on one moment, please. Okay, it's a snow day here. Even if it wasn't a snow day, it's not the kid that's out of school that's making noise. It's the adult kid upstairs playing video games screaming. Like, dude, rein it in, okay? So anyways, I had to just like pause a minute and tell him to be quiet. So there you go. Look, this fabric is a bluey, purpley, but that also has like streaks of green in it. It is just so gorgeous in person, and maybe you can see some of the green right here. It's so amazing in person, but then when you take a picture of it, you don't get all of the colors at all. But here's the stitching. January brings the snow, makes our feet and fingers glow. And halfway through one of those big brown socks, I was like, I should have stitched those socks in some fun colors. Some fun variegated whatever. But I didn't. And I wasn't gonna frog it, so it is what it is. I have big giant brown socks and I'm fine with it. I do need to add snow Jabco buttons on there. I think there's 2 of them. Possibly 3. What does the pattern say? Says you need, I can't hold my arm up. 3 of the one snowflake and 1 of the other snowflake. So I guess you need 4 snowflakes to add on to there. But I will get, I don't even have them. So I will get those and I will add those on when FFOing happens. So there is that. And I don't know what this fabric is. It's very clearly an 18 count. But I don't know what it is. So I am set to now start February next month. And I do believe that I've already pulled, yes, I've already pulled all the floss and fabric for February as well. So I'm just going to do it on this cloudy, I think this is partly cloudy by, or just clouds or something like that. Fortnite Fabrics is what I'm going to do that one on. And what does February say? February says, February brings the rain, thaws the frozen lake again. Again. Rain again. Okay. Let's see. What's next? What did I touch? This is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. And I have designated the 20th of every month as Halloween Hawk Run Hollow Day for me. If you have a Hawk Run Hollow, if you have Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, and you want to work on the 20th with me, please let me know. Join me. I pulled it out and I stitched the tree part. So I already had like all the grass and this tombstone and stuff in. So I started stitching all these tree part. That's what I got done on the 20th. And that's actually a lot of good progress. Considering everything that's going on. I was pleasantly pleased with how much progress I got on that. This is 18 count Ada. I may have dyed this myself, but I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. I think I bought that somewhere. I don't have it written down in here. And in case you're wondering what Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow is, because I'm bad at explaining things, this is the pattern. It's by Carriage House Samplings. And you can see I'm working on block 2, those spooky trees. Zip. Okay. Next, oh, this was a Whip Go call for the month of January. And I got this complete, no, I worked on it while I was in the hospital, and then when I came home, I think is when I got the 500 complete. Possibly. I think that's what happened. I'm going to show you the entire thing, and then I'll show you what I worked on to get. So a whip go call for me is staying the same as it did, as it was this year or last year, is that when it's called 500 stitches on the project in the month it's called. If I don't get those 500 stitches in the month it's called, then I don't get to mark it off on my bingo board, and I don't get a blackout. So this is where I'm at completely. This is the Spooky Hollow series by Little Stitch Girl, and it will be 12 buildings in total, so it is going to be a giant piece when done. You can see I'm currently working on the coffin shop right here, and what I got done was a little bit of black in here and all of this side of the building. So 500 stitches, that's where I'm at. And I think that was like the easiest plan, was to just you know, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with one color, easy stitching, and done. And this is fabric that I dyed myself. I'm super in love with this fabric. Big old huge giant piece of 18 count. Okay, put you back in the bag. Here, I can show you what. So these patterns are sold separately. Now sold separately. That sounded like a commercial. Where is? Oh, I'm missing a piece of paper. Interesting. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. There it is. Haha, found it. These patterns are sold separately, so you can buy each one individually and stitch them individually, or you can stitch them all together. And she has the free border that's going to go around the whole thing on her website. And you just bump them up next to each other so that the sidewalk continues. But that's the one I am currently working on. So it's just a big, huge black building. Lots of black stitches. It's not even black. It's coffee, black coffee by Classic Colorworks. Lots of black coffee. I don't even like coffee. Okay. Next, this was another whip go call and finish, and I have to have a huge shout out here for the help that I received. Let's see, it's cryptids is what was called. I have both cryptids and the Supernatural Sal in this same bag, as they use a lot of the same colors. This is by the Witchy Stitcher, and I'm stitching this on PTP Murky, and I reached the bottom, or I should say Jessica reached the bottom. So not nearly, like, look at all that extra fabric I have hanging out down there. I can cut that off now. I don't need all that extra fabric down there. I can have a little bit of murky left over for something else. And I'm going to have to fix my little dots, because my dots are supposed to be 2 dots a moon, 2 dots a moon. And all this, and when I was in the hospital, I was stitching, I was doing a dot, a space, a dot, a space. So I'm going to have to go back and fix those, but that's a future Athena problem, not a right now Athena problem. So, all border. I put in 250-ish stitches on the border, and then my friend Jessica, she does not have a Flosstube. She's one of our Friday night chat members, though. She is down Allison Lane. I'm sorry, it's one of those on Instagram. She came and visited me in the hospital and put in the other 250 stitches for me. so that I can have my WIP goal complete, because I have specific days of the month designated for my WIP goals. And there's, I think it's 4 or 5 days. And I'm like, I have to get it done. If I don't get it done, then I'm going to have to like take away from other days that are allotted for other things. And she's like, just give it to me and I'll stitch on it. The biggest problem being is that this is 18 count PTP. And if you know anything, if you've stitched on PTP Ada at all, you know that it's really tight. And so I did have it in a Q-snap, and I had stretched it as best as I can. And this, it's not super dark fabric, but it is darker, right? So with what I had going on, it was hard for me to see it and stitch on it. Even though I was stitching straight border, it was still a struggle. So thank you so much, Jessica, for doing that for me and getting that done. And I got a WIP goal complete with help, because stitching with friends is best. Okay, we've got a couple more WIPs. We're almost there. 100 owls. I have this designated to work on the 14th of every month, as it was supposed to be the plan last year to work on it on the 14th of every month between me and my friend Beth, Busy Bee Stitches, on Flosstube, Busy Bee Silly Me on Instagram. We both have birthdays on the 14th of different months. So, and we both are working on this. So we thought we could work on this on the 14th of every month. So I did get it out. I have like my needle in my fabric. I never do that. So I worked on, look, he looks like an ant. It looks like a little ant head. I worked on this big guy right here. I think this is owl number 22. And he's a biggin. I don't have the overall pattern to show you. This is a free pattern. This is 100 owls. This is a free pattern by Owl Forest Embroidery. If you go onto their website, go to their freebies, you can download all the pieces parts. And I am using their floss. I ordered from Owl Forest Embroidery. So yeah, but that's what I got put in. That little guy right there on the 14th, which was also super amazing progress that happened at all on the 14th. So happy with that. Happy with that. And here's a shout out for Pinky Promises. I have that in my owl bag from Pinky Promises. Oh, love this bag. And hang on. She just, I think, posted within the last couple of days, she's got an amazing Valentine's Day bag in her shop right now. Go check out her Etsy, Pinky Promises. She machine embroiders the back, which I absolutely love. Okay. Q-snap pieces, sorry. And last but certainly not least, it's sitting right next to me because I'm currently working on it. Last night I was working on it. Last couple of days. So this is supposed to be a finish. This is the only series that I have on my whip board as individual whips, not as like most of my series. I have to finish the entire series to get it off my whip board. These are on there individually. So I'm talking about my Frosty Friends ornament kit by Dimensions. This was a gift to me from my friend Lisa, and I am slowly but steadily chugging along with these. I have 2 of them complete. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure I have this one and this one complete. So I am working on this one right now, and it is the oldest whip I have, I think, of these. And here's where I'm at. I had, when I picked this up in January, I think I had this, and maybe some of this, or maybe I had like this, and I had some of this back fill in a little bit. I have gone gangbusters on this, finished out the border, stitched in the hat. There's a whole bunch of French knots in there that I need to add in, and I've started filling in the white of his face right there. So this is on this, I think this is a 16 count Aida that was included in the kit. It's like a really pale bluish, but these things are full coverage, so you're not even going to see the fabric anyways once it's done. But yeah, this is supposed to be a focus. This was supposed to be a focus and a finish in January. I still have 5 days left designated to work on this, because today is the 25th, so I need to work on a Christmas whip. And I had designated to work on Happy Christmas, You Filthy Muggle on the 25th of every month for Christmas stitching. But I'm rethinking that plan. I know this qualifies as a Christmas whip. I could just work on this, right? But I don't want to like double dip it. So today is something else. But 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 could be all this. And then 31 is designated for something else as well. So, I have 5 days. And I think it's a lot of fill-in left. And there is, you know, some confetti type stitching, because there's lots of shading that happens. And then back stitching and like all the things. But yeah, I may be able to get this done in January. If not, it will 100% not get put away. It will be finished in February. But I'm really going to hope and push for a January finish, because that was the goal to start off with. Okay, and then the only other thing I want to show you is that prior to my hospital visit and my health issues, I finished this. This isn't stitching, but in moving rooms, look at the glitter and the fun. In moving rooms, I found a diamond painting that was gifted to me. It's a big giant unicorn. And I was like, ooh, I want to start that. But I also knew that this was almost done. I think I only had summer left to finish. And I was like, I just need to finish this. And someone pointed out to me that it's Hogwarts colors, which it kind of is. I mean, pink, but red, but whatever. Yeah, it's the 4 house colors. And I absolutely freaking love this. Love it, love it, love it. And I love the way it glitters, all the things. So, need to see about like matting it, framing it, I don't know, putting it up on the wall. It'll probably be in here since it's the Harry Potter colors, and I absolutely love it. I have plans for like this whole seasonal monthly stitching whole display thing. So, I mean, this could go there too, so. But it's done, and I absolutely love it, and it's by a company called Paint Gem, and I loved their kit. I unboxed it and showed it when I first got it. I don't even know what video that was in, but I love the way that they had their kit set up and everything, and it was just a lot of fun to work on. So I think that I will treat myself to another one of these in the future again. Okay, that is all the stitchy stuff. So real quick, I want to talk to you about what I'm changing for my working on the 25th. So Happy Christmas, You Filthy Muggle is a huge piece. Part of me wants to work on it because I want to get that progress. I want to, it's never going to get done if it doesn't get touched, right? But the other part of me, like, really wants to get whips completed this year. And even if I touch that once a month, every month, it's still not going to get done because it's huge. So I'm thinking, and I was just talking to my friend Janelle, and she agrees, that I'm going to switch my 25th stitch to the 'Twas the Night series by JBW Design. And I'm going to get that out, and I can complete one in a day. They're little tiny ornaments, and so every 25th, and there's 10 of them left because I already have 2 done. So in 10 months, I will have the entire series done, and it'll be a whip done. And it'll be done, so it'll be done October 25th is when the series will be done. I can FFO them all in November, and then I can have them to hang them on my tree in December, and it's absolutely perfect. So that is what's going to happen. That's what I'm doing. Switching away from Happy Christmas Muggle to the JBW 'Twas the Night Before Christmas ornaments. So that is what I'm going to work on after filming today. But first, we still have lots to go. I should have told you guys it's going to be a long video and to settle in, because we're going to be here. We're going to be here a minute. I have Stacie haul I want to show you first. You all know that retail therapy is a thing, right? When you're in the hospital and you're sick and you're not feeling good and you got nothing else to do, like, yeah, it was expensive. It was expensive staying in the hospital. So Stacie Stitches, who I am a rep for, of course, link down below. Use code Goddess10, 10% off your order, including her clearance orders and her sale. She's got a new tab for clearance and sale. You can still get the 10% off. What? Also, I am going to her retreat. This is a reminder. Her retreat is happening in February of 2024. Look into that if you are interested in already making plans for next year. So in her clearance section, when she put it up, I went and perused. She's got amazing stuff in her clearance section right now, you guys. She is trying to clear out and make room and get funds so that she could do all the fun things and get all the fun things at market. So it's not like what you would expect to be in a clearance section if you're going to like an LNS and you're just like, oh, this stuff is like from the 90s and 80s and like nobody wants this, right? This is like, it's not like the freebie table stuff. There's good stuff in there. Go check it out. And it's all up to 40% off. So when I went to look, I saw that she had all these in here. And I was like, no, I was slowly collecting them. You can't clearance them. I need those still. So I bought them all. And there went my slow collection. This is in no particular order because I don't have the brain power to alphabetize these right now, but this is the Halloween alphabet by Rami's Creations. And I completed my collection. I think I had A, B, C, D, and then I had like U and V or something like down the alphabet. I don't even know. So I completed my collection. There's S and T. QR, OP, this might just be backwards, MN, KL, Lycanthrope, IJ, and GH, and EF, and WZ. And also, why did she do that? Because it's like YX and WZ. Like, what happened there? And then I am on auto ship. She auto invoices me and I pay it every month for the Cottage Garden Samplings, the Snowman Collector series. I'm not having any new starts in this year anyways, and I did not start the series. I could have started the series in 2022 and added it to my web list, but I didn't. Which is okay. I'm okay with that because I want to see the entire series as it comes. I know I want to purchase them and buy them, but I want to see the entire series because I think I'm going to be able to make these fit each month. So far, so good. 2 in, and I can. The first one is very much a December pattern. It's called the Stitcher, but he's like in a Santa, so Snowman's in a Santa coat, and very much fits with the December theme. This one is called the Clown, and this I could see either a fall type vibe or Halloween, depending on what else is released. But here we go. And I absolutely love him. He is, I'm sure there's lots of people who are just like, don't like clowns. I don't know what the word was I was going for, but he is amazing. He's amazing. We've got trapeze artists up there on little swinging on the ropes. You've got a bunny in a hat. You've got a seal with the ball on its nose, elephant, just all the circus things you could possibly want. A strong man, a lion, a bear riding a little bike. All the fun things. Okay. And then, last but certainly not least from Stacie, is our giveaway for the month. This is going to be perfect time to talk about all the things. So, because I am a rep for Stacie, I get a free pattern, you get a free pattern. I pick the pattern, you get the same pattern. So, the pattern for January is going to be perfect because you're going to have it in time for February. And it is Hey Sweetheart by Primrose Cottage Stitches. So, if you would like to be entered to win this, say Sweetheart. It doesn't matter if it's all one word or not. I'm going to read your comments and enter you in a wheel. Don't say free, don't say giveaway, don't say any of the trigger words. Like, I don't want trolls on my page. A lot of people are getting trolls right now. Be 18. Stacie will mail this anywhere. I know she will. It'll come directly from her. I'll get your information to her. If you win, I think that's it. So, this leads me into, though, I'm not going to do a new start. I can't start this, but I absolutely love this. My birthday. My birthday is coming up. It is on Valentine's Day. And I don't know that I did a Sal at all last year. If I did some other sort of random hashtag. But the very first time that I ever did a birthday hashtag and did a Sal, I was filming a Flosstube, and I'm like, I don't know what this hashtag should be, and it just words entered my head and exited my mouth, and thus a very strange, very unique hashtag was born. And then the next year, like, my friends just laughed and laughed and laughed over my hashtag. And then the next year I was like, I'm embarrassed. I don't want to use it. It's embarrassing. But I'm bringing it back this year, you guys, because you know what? Embrace all your flaws. And if you say, like, immensely crazy, hilarious things, embrace it, enjoy it, and just go with it, because why not? Beth and her restaurant booth material, I don't know, Zan and her girl, don't you throw it in banana Laffy Taffies. I don't know. Janelle has got so many. Everybody's got their fun, crazy things. Spoopy. Okay, so the hashtag, without further ado, is Love Baby Snake Sal. Because I'm a love baby. I was born on Valentine's Day. And then Slytherin, snakes. Love Baby Snake Sal. There it is. I guarantee you nobody else is using that hashtag. If you are interested in stitching along on something with me for my birthday on the 14th, I will be working on my owls, but I will also work on something with a snake, probably. My cunning Hade, I don't know. I don't think that I actually have a Valentine's piece started right now, because I did have my love potion, but I finished that last year. So, Anyways, something to do with Valentine's Day, something to do with the word love, something to do with snakes and or Slytherin, and then tag me in Love Baby Snake Sal. I want to see what you come up with. I know that my Friday night, I'm really hot right now. I know that my Friday night crew really loves that hashtag and was excited for me to bring it back. I know that my friend Eunice is still plugging away on her Love Baby Snake Sal. I don't know. Did you finish it? It's the Autumn Lane pattern. The birds and the heart and I think it's, yeah, I know it's that one, but I don't know if you finished it or not. I don't think you did. Okay. So, this, we're going to get in, actually, you know what, while we're talking about love and all the things Valentine's Day, let me do this real quick, because today is the very last day. It should have been yesterday, but I forgot what day it was, so you win. Today is the very last day to order any cross-stitch Valentine's Day shirts from me. So this is the cross-stitch heart shirt, and the link to order it is down below. It's a Google form. You fill out the Google form. I send you an invoice. This is the cross-stitch heart design. And then that was bring back from last year. New this year is cross-stitch has my heart tic-tac-toe design, and there's that. So those are closing tonight at 7 o'clock. Last chance to buy. I may bring it back next year, I may not. I may come up with all new designs next year. You never know. So don't sleep on it. Get it now. Okay, I just covered up my planner, so now I lost my notes. Okay, so while we're talking about giveaway stuff, let's do this. Because last video I forgot to make the wheel, but this video I did make the wheel. I am ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one am I missing? Green. 5. The Harry Potter floss. This is the floss of the month for January. These were the colors. Harry Potter was the theme, literally the character Harry Potter. Green for his eyes, red for Gryffindor, blue for that blue shirt, yellow for the snitch, and white for Hedwig. So this is Harry's palette. And I put everybody on a wheel. I did. So let's get the wheel. Tiny decisions. There's everybody on the wheel. And let's spin it. And who do we have? I can't read backwards. Mindy Everest. Mindy Everest, congratulations. I do not recognize your name, so message me on Instagram at AthenaXStitches and get me your address, or Stitching Goddess Designs, either one on Instagram. Get me your mailing address so that I can mail to you. And speaking of mailing to you, Mrs. Stitches, I commented on your comment for the Beauxbatons, the December floss. I don't have your address, so if you're watching this one, send me a message as well, so I can get that floss to you as well. Okay, so my good friend Stacie, because I've been having a rough 2023, y'all. We're only 25 days in. My good friend Stacie knew that I was trying to practice some writing, letters, prettiness. And she sent me a little book, y'all. So it's Creative Lettering Journal. This is the Gratitude Edition, and it's by Lisa Funk. And it came with some markers to do it too, but that also came with like tracing paper, so I could like do the pages, or I could just like put a tracing paper over it and then do it. So I have, let me find the one that I did start with. Kind of just color, it's kind of just coloring so far. Okay, so I started, it's literally just like back in school, practicing your letters. But then I did this one, started it. So, thank you so much for that, Stacie. It's a fun little other activity to do that's not just stitching little tiny X's. And then my amazing bosses, Katie and Lara, watching the videos in the chats, somewhere along the way, they learned about my Kindle dying. Sad face. Kindle died, Pattern Keeper gone, and I was talking about how I just need to, I have the iPad, I need to just get the Markup XP, figure out how to use that, get my Cunning Hade in there, like all the things, right? And the two of them decided, no, we're going to make it easier on her, and we're just going to give her an early birthday present. Oh, my new Kindle. So my birthday present came early, and I got a new Kindle, and I need to like do the whole jailhouse break thing, get the Google, the app, the Android app store, whatever, do the things. I need to do the things, get the Pattern Keeper, get it all on here. But I have a brand new Kindle, so I can stitch Cunning again. I need to do that before the 7th, because Cunning is supposed to be my, what I work on the 7th. Okay, now, I have some magical haul. Y'all, this is all Beth Busy Bee Stitch's fault. I was watching her Flossmas videos, and she unboxed her Accio box. I have been getting the LitJoy boxes for a while, and I love them. I had seen the Accio boxes, but I was also like, pick and choose. Like, you don't... And I think at the time, too, when I looked at those, the Accio boxes were every month. They were cheaper, but I just didn't want to spend that every month. And I watched her unbox her December box, which I think was maybe the first quarterly box, because they switched to quarterly, and died over everything in that box. And I'm like, have to have. So as I'm watching her unbox, I think the artist that did the puzzle, spoiler alert, right? But I mean, it's the December box, so everybody should have received it by now already anyways. The artist that did the puzzle in that box had a really amazing name, and the artwork was really good too. And so I stopped her video and went and checked out the artist. Before I even went and started looking at the Accio box, I went and checked out the artist, and I'm like, I need to see more of what this artist does. The artist's name is Dash of Nutmeg, and it's nutmeg with a K, like a nut, like silver's sickle, nut, you know, that. Okay. There's how you spell it. Dash of Nutmeg. And she's got amazing artwork. You should go check out her page. And I love the name of her company. It's just so cute. So I placed an order with her first. And this was a little freebie sticker that she threw in. Cute little witch hat. Love it. But what I ordered are these house banner stickers. They're not puffy. They are laminated, but they're really thick, good quality stickers. And I did get these for my planner, but I'm thinking that I might just put them on my for house shelf instead. I really love them, house banners. And then I also got this sticker. Never tickle a sleeping dragon. Oh, that just cracks me up. That actually is the that's on the Hogwarts crest, in case anybody was ever wondering. That's what it says in Latin, never tickle a sleeping dragon. And last but not least from her, I ordered a set of her bookmarks with her artwork on them. So they are the Common Room artworks. So we have the Hufflepuff bookmark, and it's got a nice little tassel on it. I love that. But then there's the artwork for the Hufflepuff Common Room. I love that there's a tree in there. And then we have the Gryffindor Common Room. And the more you look at these, the more you see. It's just so much fun to like have it and be able to look at it in person. Ravenclaw. And last but certainly not least, Slytherin Under the Lake with the squid in the freaking background. Amazing. Yes. And all of them have like the back to them as well. Absolutely love it. Absolutely. And of course, her Ravenclaw is done appropriately with an eagle, a bronze eagle even. Kudos for that. So I ordered all that from her, right? And then I'm like, go back to best video. Finish watching the Accio box unboxing. Love everything. And then go, okay, fine. Go over to Accio box. They still had some left over, whole boxes. So I purchased a whole December box. And when I did that, it popped up a screen that said, 5 minutes only, get this on sale, this price, and the like clock ticking. And it's just like, oh my God, yes, buy. And so I got that. It was like, it's called the Night Bus box. It's called the Night box. And I purchased that, and I got that one already. I have not gotten the December box one yet. And then I also subscribed. Y'all. So I don't know when my first subscription box will come. It might be like, I know they're quarterly, so there was a December, so maybe March. The December box has shipped. I just haven't received it yet. But I want to show you what I got in the Night box. It is obviously themed on the night bus. This artwork is amazing. I have plans to do a little cube with night bus stuff on it, so I really like that. So, without further ado, here. The first thing in the box is a self-stirring mug. Y'all, I gotta put batteries in there. I don't have the batteries in here yet. But, and it's got a little button right here, and you push the button and it spins and it stirs it. And it says, Conjure Self-Mixing Cocoa. So easy, it's like magic. Only 2 sickles with any bus ticket. Absolutely love that. Love it, love it. Put it on the floor. And then also, a little water bottle. I mean, you just unscrew that. You could put cold water, hot water, whatever you want to put in there. This little sleeve will come off, and it's just rubber underneath. So I don't know that I have plans to use this, but it'll sit on my shelf. I freaking love it. I love that this whole box is like, maybe if I was actually went and rode the night bus during the night and was like offered the little care package thing, this is what I would get. If you read the book, like you can purchase the little upgrade and get like all the things if you ride the bus at night. This toothbrush holder with a toothbrush in it. Y'all, it's a wood toothbrush. It's got the night bus on there. I'm definitely not using this. It's going on the shelf. But it says bump resistant toothbrush, 4 sickles with ticket, full service transportation, all destinations, nothing underwater, night bus. And then we got a pillowcase, like a throw pillow pillowcase, Lumos on one side, Knox on the other, and I absolutely love this. Love, love, love. I'm gonna get a pillow form and put that in there. And then last but not least was the blanket in the box. Let me hold it up the right way. Right way, please. Okay. You've got the flying car. And it says, I read magical books. I don't know what you guys are seeing. Gosh, this is horrible. I read magical books past my bedtime. And I love it. I love it. It's got a winged key, snitch, all the things. I don't know if I saved the little tag. I don't think I did. But I did take a picture of it. Let me find it. Hold on, please. There's a cute, it was wrapped in a ribbon. And there was a cute tag on it that said, please note, this item has been bewitched with a strong softness charm. Prolonged use may cause snoozing and or excessive coziness. Use with caution. And I absolutely love it. It is super soft. It is a super soft blanket. It's not as big as the B&S blankets. Maybe 3/4 the size, but it's a good blanket. Oh, I'm just seeing the dragon. Oh, I love it. And that was like you have 5 minutes to claim this special offer. I'm so excited that I did because I absolutely loved that. And I think that is the end of the Flosstube portion. We're going to go into real life stuff because I think that's all I have to show you. And I'm exhausted right now, so it's probably going to go faster than I thought. I tend to get long-winded. Y'all know this. I've been talking for an hour already. I don't know how I've been talking for an hour. I should be drinking water. Nobody yell at me. It's fine. I have been drinking water. I promise you. This is right next to me. Oh, okay. So if you are here still, all the trigger warnings, health issues are going to be discussed. I'm going to sit back a little bit. Health issues are going to be discussed, and all the things. So, if that's not your cup of tea, I am not offended. You can peace out. I'll say right at the top, I'm okay. I am okay. Everything's going to be okay. And you just have to keep with the positivity. Keep knowing that every day is better, and that's what's on your mind. So we're going to start at the top, folks. Life has been stressful, and I'm not going to go into like my personal life stress, but life has been stressful. Teenagers are not healthy for you as parents. I'm just going to put that out there. Teenagers are life-threatening. The amount of stress they will induce in your life is unreal. Unreal. My particular teenagers have a whole nother brand of level of bring it. So stress level has been extremely elevated at the beginning of the year. I thought January 1st was going to be some cosmic reset. It wasn't. Not at all. No. 2023 just brought a whole new slew of hold my beer. So my stress level was extremely elevated. On this side of it, very clearly dangerously so, and I maybe should have been more proactive in taking care of myself for a long time now. for a long time now. I should have been more proactive. I don't know what that would have looked like, but you know, when you're on this side of things, you're always like, you should have been doing something. Something should have been done. I don't know what. So my son turned 18 on January 13th, and it was not a good day. I will say I woke with vision problems, somewhat blurry vision problems on that morning. And if y'all remember, back in October, November-ish, I had some vision issues going on, and I went into the eye doctor and he gave me steroid eye drops, said I had inflammation in my eyes, and do the steroid eye drops, and right, which I did. I did everything as directed, and my vision was back to 100%. I was good to go. Got off the steroid drops, had my last visit with him, I think on like the 2nd or 3rd of January. Everything was completely fine. And on that last visit, he told me, now sometimes the inflammation can come back. And if it does, I'm okay with you starting those steroid drops again, but you need to call me and come back in so that I can go ahead and start the drops, but also get in so I can see your eyes. Okay, fine. So when I woke that morning and I was like, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. I expected it to clear up a little bit. It didn't. So by afternoon hours, I started using the drops. I figure, you know, and it's a Friday. I'll call him on Monday. It was a crazy, stressful, hectic day on Friday. There was no way I had any time to call him and schedule anything on Friday at all. So I figure I'll call him on Monday. I'll start these drops over the weekend. You know, do exactly what he told me to do. As the day went on, my vision kept getting worse. And by the evening hours, I was seeing, it was double vision. It was pretty intense double vision, but it was like if I'm looking at a hand, I'm seeing a hand, like, you know, you're kind of like seeing it offset just a little bit, right? But it was double. And I was like, I can't get my eyes to like sync up with them. Like, give me one picture, not two. I continued the drops, kept just telling myself that that's what it was, and went to bed. I remember going to bed Friday night thinking like the room is really spinny, and I just need to close my eyes and just go to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, the steroids will have done their job and everything will be right with the world. Well, I woke up Saturday morning, and instead of seeing double, I was seeing double. Like double. I was literally having to close one eye so that I could even walk, see anything. Everything was just complete doubled. I asked my husband, like, look at my eyes, like I feel like I'm going cross-eyed. Are they cross-eyed? Like, what do you see? And he was like, no, they just look normal. They looked straight at me. Oh, okay. I didn't think to have him, like, you know, follow your finger kind of a thing. I didn't think about that. I was just like, I'm looking at you and I see two of you. I am not okay right now. And he is like, okay, well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And so I was like, I'm going to call the eye doctor. So I called the eye doctor, and I kind of broke it down for him. I'm like, I was just in, backstory, all the things. And I told him what I was experiencing right now. And she's like, no, you need ER or urgent care. I'm like, avoid hospitals at all costs. So I call urgent care. I actually went online, made an online urgent care appointment. And Then urgent care called me. I put my symptoms in, typed my symptoms in. Urgent care called me and said, no, we can't help you with what you have going on. You need to go to the ER. Dang it. So I spent all day Saturday in the ER, and CT scan was completely clear. I think that they were fearing possibly stroke because when I arrived, my blood pressure level was extremely elevated. I've never had high blood pressure in my entire life, and to see what my blood pressure was shocking to even me. But CT scan was clear, and so they ordered an MRI, and in between all of that, at some point we figured out, because the doctor kept coming in and kept doing the different look at me, look at this, look at all the things. And she's like, wait a minute, I saw it. She's like, okay, stay looking that way. I'm going to go over here. Follow me with your eyes. And so I followed her, and this eye wasn't moving. And that's when we figured out that my eye could go that way, but it wouldn't go this way. It wouldn't track in. And she goes, okay. Because I feel like when you're a doctor and you it's just trying to find the answer and you don't know what the answer is, and you're like, I see something now. Okay, cool. So she's got excited. I mean, I shouldn't say excited, but she's like, ha, I see it. I see what the problem is. Ordered the MRI. I think I don't know if that had been ordered or I had done that, or I don't even know the timeline of events. But she came in, and I had originally just gone to the ER here closest to my house. My primary care doctor is in network with a different facility of hospitals than the one that I went to. So when she came in and said, we're admitting you, and you're going to be here a couple of days. You need to get in with neurology, and she wasn't really breaking down anything for me because she's the ER doctor, and I'm sure she wanted neurology to break it down for me, but I was freaking out. And then at that point, I'm like, okay, so you're talking admission and serious things. I want to get out to the hospital where my doctor is with all of my patient care, all the things, medical history and all the things, so I don't have to go over all of it numerous times. So I requested a transfer, which they obliged. I was able to leave that hospital against medical advice, and then got a direct admin to admit to the hospital I wanted to be at. Admitted there Saturday night and did not leave until Thursday. I did have the neurologist come in and speak to me early Sunday morning over there, and based off of the MRI scan that had already been done, they were about 90% sure of what was going on was an MS flare. This is a new diagnosis for me. I had no clue that MS was even in the realm of possibilities of what was going on with me. They ordered another MRI because the first MRI was just of my brain. And then, so they ordered another MRI of my brain stem, in your neck, down into the top of your back, I guess. And that showed 2 more flares. So I had a total of 3 active flares happening. They, according to neurology and the things that I have learned since everything, flares don't, they don't usually just, it's not an all the time thing. Obviously it's a flare, right? It flares up and then it goes away. The MRI did show signs of past flares as well. And I think that looks like possibly nerve damage, or what they described to me the flare looks like is a bright spot on the MRI. and it's the nerve being attacked by the MS. Or the disease itself is an autoimmune, and it attacks the nerve coating in your brain and your brainstem. And then that makes the nerve angry, and then in an MRI, I guess, the nerve is like, bright. Like, no, not happy. So it shows up really bright. So they could see 3 really bright ones. One in somewhere up here, I don't know, and 2 in my neck. They do believe 100% that the ones in my neck are what caused an INO in my eye. INO stands for, it's an acronym for a very long word. I couldn't even tell it to you if I tried, but it's basically that your eye stops moving. It's the way the ophthalmologist described it to me is that you've got a nerve over here. When you want to look left, this nerve tells this eye, turn in. This nerve tells this eye, turn out. And then they communicate, and they do it simultaneously. The communication was broken down. So I was trying to tell my eye to turn that way, and it wasn't. And it wasn't just that. I mean, I just don't think that it was moving appropriately at all, which was what this eye was seeing everything it needed to see. This eye was just like, boop. Hence the double vision. For a lot of years, and I would say we're going on like 5 or 6 years now, I've been experiencing a myriad of health problems. And it's ranged from inconvenient to this is not okay health problems, but I think you're just busy in your life and you're just like, it's fine. Like, I'm healthy. I think this started in my 35-ish. And I'm like, I'm 35 years old. There's no reason for me to be feeling like this. And in all honesty, I'm going to be 100% honest with you, bringing it up with my doctors, and I have tried numerous doctors. The recommendation was always for me to lose weight. Unfortunately, that is the bad side of healthcare, and a lot of bias that a lot of doctors have right now is that they can't see past the weight that some people have to the fact that there might be something else going on as well. And I was convinced that I just needed to lose weight. I needed to be more active. I needed to get out there and walk and diet and exercise. And if I could get these pounds off, I could get the energy back. But the problem is the energy wasn't there to get the pounds off. And I was just stuck in this cycle. And pain. I had a lot of pain. I had a lot of nerve pain. I've been complaining of what I felt like were nerve spasms, nerve pains for years. And they've been treating me with muscle relaxers and physical therapy and telling me it's my sciatic and this, that, and the other. And I've just been saying, okay. And I've been going to physical therapy and I've been doing the exercises and, and then you backslide and you're back into like, now I'm still in pain. Like, okay, now I'm 40 and maybe my body just is old and I just need to love Advil now. That's what life is. Welcome to your 40s. You like Advil. That's just what it is. I don't know. And it feels weird to, I don't know how to even say this. I have all the range of emotions happening. I don't know that I have fully processed the diagnosis, because it is, once they did the second MRI, they were like, yeah, no, this is what it is. There is more invasive blood work testing, spinal tap type things that they can do to confirm, but based off of imaging, she said, I don't see a need at all. This is what it is. This is what you're dealing with. And it kind of felt like, congratulations, here's your answer, but also, I'm sorry, here's your answer. And that's pretty much, that's the best way I've been able to say it this entire time. I do know that I stayed off of Google hardcore. I made it a rule from like the get-go. I ain't going on Google. I'm not reading the horror stories. I'm not freaking myself out. I am already at stress level 1,000,000 with outside life stuff going on before this diagnosis. Now, granted, the stress level is probably what triggered the multiple flare attack that happened. Hence, maybe I should have been being more proactive, but, and I have talked about Castleman's before as well. Castleman's is also an autoimmune disease. And from what I understand now is that once you've been diagnosed with an autoimmune, you are more likely to have more autoimmune problems down the road. I've been saying for years that I feel like I mean, since my 20s, that I feel like I have arthritis in my knees. And I haven't gotten a doctor yet to scan my knees and check my knees because they don't believe me. And part of me is like, rheumatoid arthritis is also an autoimmune disease. Has that been a problem with my knees all along as well, and everybody's been ignoring me? I don't know. I feel justification in the fact that, yeah, I've been sick this whole time. Cool. It wasn't just in my head. But now I need to like figure out what this diagnosis means. Like I said, I've been staying off of Google as much as possible. I am scheduled to be in with an MS specialist, and so I will get in with that. Doctor, it is kind of far off. Right now, the immediate treatment of the active flares was high dose steroids that are currently wreaking havoc on my entire system. I think I've taken steroids before for like pneumonia or like something like that. Low levels, low doses. We're talking like maybe 5 or 10 milligrams or something, right? The extreme amount of steroids that I have been on, I think, has just completely wrecked my system. I am, not to mention the actual maybe MS like flare attack as well. As I sit here looking at you, the more I have strained looking at the camera, the more my eyes are going blurry. I have resorted to using readers to stitch. I've zoomed in the font, or the, I've made everything big on my phone because everything is just, my vision is still not 100%. So I get in with my primary care tomorrow. I get in with ophthalmology next week and MS doctor at some point to discuss treatment options. And I know that there are a plethora of treatment options out there. There are a plethora of success stories out there. There are also probably a plethora of not successful stories out there. If you have those unsuccessful stories, I would pretty please ask you keep those to yourself. I don't want to hear bad news. The name of the game right now is low stress. So as low as I can go, positivity and light and happiness, and there's options, there's treatments, there's people living normal, healthy lives out there. Cool. Those are the ones I want to hear. I feel like since getting this diagnosis, I've had numerous people tell me, like, you know, I know somebody and I know somebody and somebody and somebody and somebody. I'm curious to know who out there in the stitching world, do you personally have MS? Have you personally been diagnosed with it? I might get to a point where I might start reaching out to people and hearing stories and trading stories and talking treatments and all of the things. I think that currently right now I'm still in the process of getting through the steroid treatment and getting my vision back and all of the things, not to mention I'm still in the middle of my personal life stress with my teenager. So I'm living right now I'm okay. And guess what? Right now I'm okay too. And I'm still okay. So I can't go past like what tomorrow brings, what February brings, what May brings, what I can't even begin to conceive what all the things mean. But right now, I'm okay. I'm weaning off of the steroids, still a pretty high dose though, and I don't like taking them. They are horrible. I know they're doing their job, but I don't like them. But that was 20 minutes of a lot of health information that maybe you didn't want to know all that detail. I don't know. Maybe you did. I don't know. But I'm home and on the road to recovery and staying in bright spirits and all the things. And we're going to keep moving forward. Just keep swimming. Just keep stitching. Pam and Steph. You know what? Pam and Steph, a lot can be said for their 2 and 3 hour long video. No, maybe not 3 hours, but they do long videos, as I do. But you're sitting in the hospital and you've got nothing else to do. I watched a lot of Pam and Steph. I sure did. Okay. That's all I got for you. That was a lot. I feel like I've always been open with you guys, in part because I love you all, but also this is my own little thing that I'm going to get to watch back someday, hopefully, unless, some EMP blast takes out all technology. I'll have these videos to watch back someday, and I can see, all the different things that were happening in my life. And so there it is, all laid out for y'all. My personal health issues, my current diagnosis. While I am happy to have an answer for the year's worth of health issues, I am also still I'm trying to process what this means going forward mode. So, thank you again, 1,000 thank yous to everybody who has reached out and messages and all of the things. And I on Monday was able to get up and make some shirts, and nowhere near the amount of shirts I normally would make. I am still very lightheaded and very dizzy walking around because I don't know how much of it is steroids and how much of it is my eyes, but if I get up and walk around, the room starts swimming. It's very vertigo feeling, and it reminded me of, I don't know if you're even watching or you're here at all, Bobby, but Bobby was dealing with vertigo for a long time and she couldn't drive because of it. And I'm like, God, how were you even going to work and functioning? Because I've never dealt with like, make it stop moving. And it won't stop. I've never dealt with that before, and it's very disconcerting, very disorienting feeling. So, slow going on making the shirts, but they are getting made. They are. I think that, yeah, it's already 2:30 in the afternoon. I don't know. I'm going to get this video edited, uploaded, all the things. I might be able to get some shirts in this afternoon, but this may have been what I did today. And I accomplished something. I can tell my heart is racing a little bit, and I'm sweating, I'm hot, I'm overheated, I'm all the things from just sitting here talking to you. So I'm going to get off and stop rambling because I will continue rambling forever. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much if you stayed through all of this. We're going to go back to like a normal Stitchy schedule next week. We don't have to focus on this anymore. This is going to be background annoyance, hopefully, that will just be treated, and I'll take my medicine and we'll be fine. There it is. So, I will see you guys next week for sure. Thank you so much for all of the love. That's all I got. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. Bye.